Hello everybody, and welcome to the latest Worlds of ZZT Livestream. Today we're going to be reading the encyclopedia, as it were. We're going to be taking a look, not at this is the old version of the ZZT Encyclopedia. There's a newer version, but for whatever reason, I have always been told it's not as good as this version. And I kind of took that to heart. And I do remember the other version at least being awful to navigate, but I wanted to see if it really was worse in any meaningful way. Because there's like a 4-year difference between these two releases, and surely there's got to be something there. So I wanted to see. We're gonna put this long-standing piece of ZZT community wisdom to the test and decide what version of the encyclopedia is better. Is it this one that spells encyclopedia wrong on the title screen, or is it the other one? Who can say? This one does have title screen music, though. Everybody knows that song. I just want to kind of just jump right into it here and show off the the popular version of the Encyclopedia, as it were. You get a menu. This place is designed for ZZTers. Make yourself at home. Share their ideas, tips, and tricks with others around the world. Here are some ground rules. But yeah, it's an in-engine reference material, which makes sense because that means you can demonstrate all these things. It's split into a couple of files, mainly 2. And there's a few odds and ends that for various reasons need to be their own file. But you go in, you go from one menu to a sub-menu. You pick something that looks interesting. There's some rules. The H tells you how it works. The O's are meant to be important objects. That we're reading the color of sliders, just like that. Fancy slider. But we're not playing this version. We gotta play the updated version. The updated version, and this is probably why everybody kept going with version 3C here and not the online version, is this one is split up into 11 files instead of 2. And the names don't help at all. So each of those main menu categories is now its own dedicated world, which in theory makes it easier to grab a specific board, I guess. But it makes it a lot harder to find something specifically. There's no way to know that file 1 is colors. If you're looking for anti-cheats, you're just going to be picking worlds until you stumble across it. It's not the best experience. And so, people just stick with files 1 and 2 of the old version. Yeah, also this is by Kronos of Chrono Wars, and that style does definitely bleed through in these designs, to be sure. Music's gone. I mean, these at least have like a table of contents on the title screen. It's much more formalized. ZZT.net/help for the ZZT Encyclopedia Online, spelled correctly. Well, it looks like a lot of it's going to be the same stuff. Really what it's going to come down to is there anything of note in here? And surely there is, because again, it's been several years. Welcome to the debut world of the ZZT Encyclopedia Online. Yeah, this is definitely something. The 3C is one I definitely spent a ton of time in as a kid, and I did know its layout pretty well because of that. And that's never been the case for this. You've all been drooling in anticipation for 4A, some of you anyway. Well, here's how things are going to work and why there is no 4A. The contributions I have received since the release of 3C, only a few include the name of the contributor. From now on, any worlds you send without your name right on the title screen will not be included or will be marked unknown. Sorry if this sounds cold, but I am too busy to sort things out for you. There's the H object. I've taken out some engines which I have not found to support the overall spirit of the encyclopedia, to show people new ways to stretch the limits of the encyclopedia. Some engines have been excluded from the new version because they're basically the same thing as another. This is about cleaning things up. May not include everything I'm sent. Your entrance marked as unknown. Send me an email. Each menu is on its own world. This means any new contribution can be added to a world and released right away, or at least sooner than worlds were released before. And it sounds like this did happen, at least to some extent. These files are kind of dated all over the place. And AZ said that he's got some other, earlier versions that he's yet to do anything with. So that was helpful, at least. The gap between releases was narrow, so if anything cool did get discovered, it could be in here quickly. Provided, that Chronos was still compiling it and sending out an updated version. Only updating the interface, the engines will remain just as they have been. Hope you enjoy the new format. I hope to get more contributions as the menu worlds are slowly released. Also, I will not be held responsible for misinformation in the help objects. Most of them were written by the engine's creator. That's another thing I really want to see. These worlds still get recommended to newcomers, and I hope they're accurate. I want to find out for sure. You can contribute, and you can send an email, and your idea will be seen by ZZTers worldwide. So let's get to it. Well, actually, let's wait 1 second, and then we'll get right to it. Okay, sorry about that. The weather is too nice. There are children outside playing and being loud and enjoying life, and we can't have that here. Also, yes, this is an extremely Chrono Wars interface. It's also kind of a slog to navigate, because now you have to go up and down between all these rows. You can't kind of just mash your way diagonally from one of these things to another. So it does suck. It's unfortunate. We're just going to take a look at some of this stuff, see if anything is mind-blowing, see if there's anything that I don't recognize, you don't recognize, anything that sounds like it was not in version 3C for anybody who's familiar with it. Please let me know. Because there's 10 worlds here, we're not getting through all of this. Okay, we're going to make an object change its color. And by just changing an object's color, sure, great. Well, it looks good. No notes. Can we put any color? Touch each object and see it lay any colored things, blinking or with background. This is simple if you're careful. Objects use put without a specified color. Trick is that it lays onto a colored empty. You can get colored empties using more SDK. In my creation, I have included the empties board for your convenience. Yeah, that's another thing. The previous version has a lot of charm. It doesn't just have text. It has a tiny little depiction of what's going to happen in there. It just makes it very animated. It's very vibrant. It's much more multimedia. But sure enough, we touch our objects. Oh, that one's moving. And we get some fancy colors. It's helpful information back in the olden times, especially. The alternate colors. Ah, yes, I remember this board. Frosty of AKWare. Thank you, Frosty. Alright, how do we make a purple boulder? Put north purple boulder. Sounds great. But we do get some fancy colors here with some clever tricks. Mostly doors give us the dark background colors on a white foreground. You do sharks to get gray. Ammo to get our cyan. Torches for brown. Energizers for purple. Empty is kind of weird. Because the first one will like just take the color, but if you put a default colored empty over another empty, then you'll get a default colored empty, and then you'll get black on gray. Very important stuff. Forest, black on dark green. I'm actually not sure how you would get blinking colors. Tell me more. What? Put north torch, put north door, put north thing. That seems incorrect. What? Does this work? I mean, it must. It's in the encyclopedia. Huh. That's what I'm saying. See, we're learning things already. Now, I know the 3C version has this board. I don't know offhand if it has these colors. But, so this would have to use a shark. I guess it has to do with how ZZT kind of remaps the colors for doors. Well, they're all being destroyed. This is the door. Something is like, it's using like, I don't know how to phrase it. Wait, how would you get black, though? Oh, forest, okay. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's disable blinking and reveal the magic. Torch door thing. I guess because it sees it as yellow, but not explicitly yellow. I don't know. I'm actually a little unsure. But I guess we're learning something already, so that's good. Yes, we'll do blink. Actually, isn't that... Yeah, I can stop using that cheat. I can just disable blinking from the menu. But okay, we learned something already. What else we got here? Okay, again, you can't have objects change their own color because that erases its code, which is terrible. But if you put an object on top of another object, it'll keep its code. So you just have this friendly little helper here do the work for you. Good stuff. I am curious what wipeout is up here in this next row. I'm going to start with that one. Also, I can just tell by looking at this board and the fact that it's in the color section, there's probably going to be some like nasty flashing in at least some of these. I created the flash. Here's the flash. Created the flash by changing all empties into creatures. Yeah, Card Prime does this as like a wave effect. So there can only be a certain number of creatures on each board. It fills some at a time, giving it the flash effect. Okay, so prepare yourself for flash. The old gray flash. Sounds lovely. The others can use items, so they won't make a horrible noise at least. Well, okay, I lied. I thought they were going to use ammo. Hopefully this uses torches, and, well, no, because the whole point is that we need the stats. So actually, yes, we are going to use bears for this and not torches. That's the only way to limit the number of bears. That's what I was looking for, nibbles. Do some glowing. Sure enough. Look at all the things. They glow. They change colors. Walk on the fake and see the rainbow trail it leaves. Okay, so a lot of this is very much the same thing. But sometimes it's nice to see an actual application and not just, here's one object. I love the trail though, that's fun. More games need to do that. What do we got for fades? That's a fade. Just a neat fading trick. Series of idles and changes from invisible to water, water to breakable to normal to solid, and normal to breakable to water to invisible, and the loop continues. Just like that. A popular visual effect. Let's see, we got bomb colors. I don't recall learning about nibbles in discrete math. I don't recall much about discrete math. Well, we got a nice... Yeah, this is a great way to do a random color fill without an external editor. Crazy vaving! Ever wanted to make a random multicolored floor but couldn't be bothered filling in all the empties with fakes? Well, here's the answer. Get some prefab preset bombs to do it for you. Why does this involve a hex editing? That's also not hex editing, that's just the title screen. You are making up words. Alright, well, we found our first inaccurate information. Nader. Almost certainly. It's a good way to get a 1 out of 7 at least. I know Nightmare uses it for like its starting board, which is just that essentially. It looks really neat. It's already been detonated though, so it's just a nice, clean, chaotic board. Background. Touch the man, and he steps. And unlike normal objects, he keeps his background color. This is real cool. Object puts a colored door to the direction, then replaces it with a fake, and then steps onto the fake, and the fake makes an appearance of it having a background color. Be sure you only do it in a room with empties, or else it will screw up the floor. Oops. Not meant in any obscene way. In that case, just make the object go fairly long distances without keeping its background color each step. Alright, let's watch the man go. I will walk to the east, keeping my background color. You sure will. Fortunately, it does kind of leave a trail behind, although I guess if you... No. Yeah, because you're just gonna... Oh, look at that. He turns around. What a great man. I don't think that's in the old version. That's new and somewhat useful, but the trail kind of ruins the effect a bit. Now this is a fun technique. Text colors with elaboration by Dexter. Text is a very different terrain because it has a built-in color that reacts with water. Well, that's a half-truth. It reacts to anything. Anything that you can give a color to, at least, this will work with. But text uses the color byte to determine what character to display it as, and it's hard-coded to what color it uses instead. So if you put stuff on top of text, you can get any color you like if it's the right character. This is the kind of thing that probably could have had some implications, but I don't think anybody figured this out until well after SDK was a thing. And you also... I don't think you can do like alt codes and stuff in ZZT's text mode normally. So I think you'd still be limited there. We got some pretty colors. Shade.bird. Board. Bird, board, BRD. Great toolbox that allows you to shade any color with any color. It's all you need for graphics. The things we had to do. Activated fades. When you touch the invisible walls, all of them are shown to you and fade away. Okay, yeah, we have seen this before. Oh, you didn't need to do it on the whole board. Well, there's some terrifying flashing, but there you have it. I just want to pause during... Why can't I pause during that? Alright, I'm going to stop breaking everybody's eyes. And I guess that's it for colors. Well, it seems like we learned something with put and like torches and doors, apparently. That's kind of weird. I don't think the keep background is in the previous game either. Let's just actually... I'm not going to do this for all of these. Let's actually just flip to the color section real quick. Fades, glowing, put any color. Oh, I think this is the empties. Yeah, that's that one. To the good reference board. Okay, yeah, no, that information is there. Also, yes, I didn't actually look at everything, did I? I missed the side. That's another thing. I keep going back and forth between what's interesting and missing everything. Alright, well, random colors. What do we got? Is this going to use a bomb? Scroll slash color. Ah, okay. By placing scrolls with put, you can make a great random color trick. Just change scroll thing, and then you can make random colors. Minor bugs: do not change empty to fake on the same board that you put this on. It makes all the scrolls the same color. What? Thus defeating the purpose of a random color engine. Further, a rather large bug makes it impossible to put them on SDK fakes. You can use F3 plus A fakes, but nothing else. It works fine on empty, though. I see. Okay. Random colors. Our color password? Yeah, the music box little parser is pretty popular. What do we got here? Wrong combination. How do I... So red, green, yellow, red, yellow, and green. What do we get? Correct combination. And that's what makes Yahtzee possible. Okay, so now we've seen the first world. Fine. Nothing horrible. Also, this bugs me, but that's not... Well, I guess he could have prefixed these with zeros. I don't like that it goes 1, 10, 11. Okay, category 2, the player clone. This I know isn't a category in the previous encyclopedia, so either stuff is getting shuffled around, which seems to be the case because I recognize several of these titles at least. But that also means that it's a pain to find things that you knew where they were in the previous version that are now somewhere else in this one. Oh, that's a lot of passages. Player clones must be one of the most versatile objects in the game. Upon the first glance, one might think it is a stupid object that simply sticks you to it at your first step. Useless. Well, it's not useless. Sure, it's a nuisance. Man, remember when people typed SP because they weren't sure if they spelled the word right? I forgot about that. When exposed to a floor. You'd get trapped that way, but when contained, it can be one of your most powerful weapons. Remember the following facts about player clones. Commands for gamers, everybody. They can be created or destroyed. Sometimes when they're destroyed, so are you, locking up the game. Be careful. Objects or pushers can move them. Anything that hurts you 10 HP destroys a player clone, with the exception of running out of time and, strange enough, when a harmful object is duplicated onto it. Incredible things happen when a clone is next to a duplicator. You'll see later. Hey, it may be a good thing that you are immediately transported to a player clone with your step. That's used to make transporters that can take you to any part of the screen. They shoot just as you shoot when you press the shoot key. They will take it out of your ammo. They use the same torch you do. But strange things happen. Such as the light from the clone's torch lingering after it burns out. You only use one torch doing this. They will also cut the torch's life in half, as if you shared the flame. Same goes for energizers. This is kind of poetic. They issue the touch command when touching an object. They can also set bombs and hit water with the plunky sound. We're canonizing that. The water sound effect is now plunky. If they appear in the title screen, really queer things happen, such as the fact that you can press B or T or even question mark with normal effect in play. This is a lot of information for like the menu to have. When they touch the edge of the board, it's as if you touch the edge. You will enter the next board from your row column though, not his. Almost anything can be duplicated onto a player clone with the effect of touching the thing yourself. This creates a paradox with pushable object. Yes, this is the author of Chrono Wars, alright. As there is no set direction for the object to go, therefore you get a runtime error. Energized player clones generally cannot be destroyed. Two exceptions are bombs and blink walls, and the blink walls can do some real goofy things on the side. Well, this is going to be some fun stuff, I'm sure. Let's next board transport. There's a way to take the player to the next board in any directions from wherever he stands. Click here to demonstrate. Okay. Now take one step north. And there we have it. How did I do it? When the time came, an edge of board was placed next to the clone. From there, next was the north, took you right here, because the clone touched the edge and it took you to the next board instead of him. It only works once. Keep in mind that the player will go directly to the north as if touching an edge of board himself. So keeping all of the south edge clear is in the second board so the player isn't blocked by some wall. I think this one is in 3C, but I feel like it took a long time for people to take advantage of what you can actually do with this trick. But those boards did seem quite familiar. Give items. Oh, this will sound great. Touch the object and direct it to do certain things, including giving you items and keys and making you energized. Okay. So yeah. Illusions. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can just like put something over a player clone, and as long as it can't be pushed, I'm pretty sure that destroys it just fine. Yeah, it's the 90s. Everybody's just gonna say he all the time. Get red key. Get red key again. That actually got rid of it though? I thought that was gonna block the duplicator. I wonder if one of the objects is checking something? That was strange. Alright, well. Oh, okay, well, what if I try to lose a yellow key that I don't have? I guess that might be the illusion. Maybe there is something still there. Get torch. Get gem. And energize. It just doesn't sound the same when you only get half the duration. Hello, welcome to the Encyclopedia. You're just in time because I think we're about to get to your favorite board. I don't know if it's the same in this version. The illusion. My god, it's already been 30 minutes, huh? Touch me again. You will be astounded and amazed. Yes, it's here. Women, gems. This may be the best board ever made in ZZT. But it's all an illusion. None of it's real. There are no women. There are no gems. How'd I do it? What's the big idea? I'm walking around trying to get the gems and women, and everything just disappears. Well, that's right. It's all an illusion. You never left this room. Prove it, save, and restore your game. Everything will be back to normal. Alright, here's a list of what ruins the illusion. Yeah, that gets you something kind of like it. That just does the border. But yes. It's weird and awkward. And the game Mind Out actually uses it deliberately, where you have to avoid stepping on hidden mines, and it just overlays an illusion on top of the board so you can't see them. I don't know why you want to just use invisible objects, though, actually, but I guess it let the colors look a little nicer. Alright, any message on the bottom will reveal the room's border to be blue. Minus dark reveals the entire reality. It was plus dark, saving and restoring. I know there's some, like... I know this effect is actually very particular. I think the explanation here might be slightly off, but I also don't remember the specifics myself. Okay. By using the next board transport trick, which we just saw with the board edge, but there is a passage right at the south edge of that board. To cope, ZZT halfway transports you to the room on the other side of the passage, but it actually doesn't. You stay in the same room you've always been, but the image of the new room is placed over it. So actually, you aren't touching this H, but actually a hidden object on the same old board. It only works once, by the way. If it set itself up again, you'd see it, and the illusion would reveal itself. Note, the player clones must be disposed of, or a big bug will appear. I don't want to see any big bugs. And there we have it. Good illusion, fun effects. There was something... I don't remember what it is. You know, I'm going to put it in my notes right now because I was about to say, oh yeah, I know we discussed this on Discord, the permanent repository of information. So let me make a note to capture this information literally anywhere else. Illusion bug, specifics, somewhere not Discord, please. We have to know how to get the money and gems. Okay, so the step store... Oh, I see, where... Step logger. Make up your mind. This engine stores the number of steps you take into your torch counter. An object will tell you when you have taken 100 steps, and then you'll unlock a new fitness title. The clone is surrounded by 4 objects, each of which gives you a torch when it touches them. Straightforward. It is very useful for limiting the number of steps you can take in a room, and it works across boards too. Alright, let's hit 100 steps and see what exciting thing awaits. "100-step warning. You just took your 100th step. Congratulations." Faster items? Well, it's a good thing we have 105 torches. Okay. Torches burn up so much faster. Strange as all, it leaves an afterimage as it burns out. As if it didn't. There's a strange effect of using torches with a clone present. Instead of using 2, you only use 1 and it burns up faster. The more clones present, the faster a torch is used up. Faster energizer is going to be the exact same thing. This is all folks not having source code to look at all, to understand why all these things happen the way they do. Alright, hurry up, torch. Look at that, our torch has gone out, but we still have light. But also, that's another illusion bug. Like, if stuff was moving around, it would also be updating these tiles and leaving darkness behind, so you can't do anything too cool with this, unfortunately. And the player character thing is just whether the Energizer ticks left is even odd, and so one of them always ends up being even and one always odd. Easy enough. Get some more torches, why not? That's another complaint I've always had about the encyclopedias, actually. They don't reset you, like, at all. So if something needs torches later, I've got 100, and that's probably bad. Direction sensor. Well, this looks... Oh, okay. Now we're using it to just track a direction. In a flag. Amazingly, while you move around, the game shows you that it knows which direction you're in. Now touch the blue object. It can go towards you without using seek. Incredible. Okay. You can also use labels instead of precious flags if you want. Using all player N and such. What a great... Oh. Now, he did mention in the first one cleaning up similar engines, and here we've got Transport Anywhere 3 and 2. And there's one, okay. It's also kind of tough to read these. It's a bad UI. That's just the unfortunate reality. Alright, transport me anywhere for the third time. Even though it's the first time. Okay, so we're just duplicating passages onto player clones. Sometimes it won't work because the object that destroys the player clone must cycle, so it may be too early. If it is too late, you can walk in this room again and appear again in another room. Also, an object may disappear upon your entering its room in this manner. I don't know if it happens a lot, or for you at all, but look out! Your safest bet is to have no objects in the destination board. Well, don't do that. It did take us a very, very long time to get to the bottom of this one, but we're interrupting the duplicator tick when we change boards like this, and so it ends up setting duplicator properties on something on the next board, whatever that may be. We saw the step ladder. Let's go to the object transporter engine. Alright, we're here. I wonder if that's going to break anything. You don't need a traditional transporter to get the player around. All that does is put them to a place aligned with the transporter. Either spelling aligned with 2 L's. With these you can transport anywhere. On the left, a 2-way transport, in the middle, a 1-way. On the right, a transport that activates when you step onto the blue fake. This is something you have to learn. A very useful trick. Okay, so we're looking for our condition, and then we're just making some player clones. It's all player clones here in the player clone world. Which is a strange clone of the player that attracts it at the player's first step. An object must check for the presence of the player. Then have the clone thing destroyed. Okay, well let's do some transporting. Works great. Where's this one gonna dump us? Nowhere? Oh! I think that might have been the one. I think that's the one that got hit with the Kupo bug on the board warp. So it's running at a very slow cycle. Something. It doesn't actually seem nearly as slow, and it should also be invisible, so I don't know. What is this? Why did you put this little elevator here? I mean, I don't mind a little elevator, but... Also, this shows off the neat thing where if your last key is, in this case, up, and then the player clone gets created, it'll keep that up direction. So, if you go into this heading north, the transportation is instant, which is nice. If you go in from the side, you can just kind of run around. Okay, well, we're learning about objects. Coordinates. I gotta remember to go back to direct type. Okay, this one is nicely resetting our torch counter. So here we are at 40, 14. Okay, so again, a lot of these are just applications of the same basic principles, which is helpful for teaching people things, I suppose, but it means that we're surrounding a player clone with objects, and then we're making those objects do things when they're touched. But yes, I want to see what this big bug is. This is a big bug I want to hear about. Big bug. If you walk into walls, it will think you are still taking steps and still moving. To correct this, I have placed objects where the four main walls are, but that doesn't work for walls in the middle of the board. This will work better for the coordinates of an object you control, for it can check to see if it is blocked in a direction itself. This is a perfectly rectangular room, and this object compensates for the step you take to touch it. So theoretically, nothing can go wrong in this particular circumstance. Due to high maintenance and attention and the use of 2 counters, I would not recommend frequent use of this engine. Yeah. Also, hello Ellipses. Thank you for 2 gift subs. Congrats, congrats. Oh, can we get out? Hang on. Did it say how to leave? Oh, this is our life now. We're just coordinates. Very well. Oh, it was a direct type. Okay, this looks like it's going to be something a little different. Why are there like, let's see, why are there 25 player clones in the corner? Press T to start engine. You got it. Press T for 0 or shoot for 1. This is wild. Thinking. Well, it seems to not care. First, use a torch because of that strange bug. The torch will leave an after image of the above numbers, seeming like it's always lighted. Press space for 1, T for 0, and input the combination above. You have to wait between each key, for it takes a while to calculate it all. You can also change the object on the south edge to change the combo. DNA lab. Okay, that didn't explain how it works at all. How did that work? Okay, so we have to start by lighting a torch. T for 0. Okay, so the torch count is constantly going up and down. Oh, I guess once it detects we no longer have a torch, it knows that we press T. Okay, that tracks. Oh, yeah, okay, and it's doing the same thing for ammo. So then why are there 25 player clones? I don't think the player clones do anything. That's just the DNA lab in the corner. Oh, yeah, I guess it makes the torch run out real fast. But at the same time, if you just used, invisible walls instead of boulders, then it wouldn't matter whether or not the player can see or not. Very strange. Okay, so you can make a Morse code engine with that, and then you could do a text adventure. Give it a shot. Object transport, that's where we got transported to. We're good on that. Coordinates, that's where we got stuck, didn't we? Oh, right, because I didn't go back to direct type. Alright, back to transport anywhere, 2. If transport anywhere 3 is so good, then what's transport anywhere 2? Ooh, it's got the bracket Roman numerals. Better way to transport anywhere because it does not involve a passage. Please demonstrate. Again, we are making a board edge. Hey. You screwed something up here. I can't actually go up. Right, well, okay, that's our first broken thing. Transport anywhere 1. With the help of the clone, you can transport anywhere on any board at any time. Well, no, I wanted to talk to the yellow smiley face. Try to shoot the man. You got it. One step closer and... well, I can. Just as long as it's not up. Oh no, we're in jail. We're on new board. You find yourself in a damp cell. Boy, that guy was steamed about me trying to shoot him. You escaped from the cell. I like these ones that have little stories attached. They just turn into a little vignette. How'd I do it? When time was needed, your clone was exposed to a passage. By going north, your clone also stepped north into the passage. Since he can't go anywhere, you do instead. Going to the other side of the passage, and you didn't even touch a passage yourself. It only works once per engine. All the cliches. Shooting scroll. That's gonna be interesting. Put lit bomb. This I remember. Because look at this contraption. Touch the button. Before you even knew what hit you, a lit bomb is placed in front of you. Touching the button starts a series of events that starts with a bomb being duplicated onto a player clone in another chamber times the speed of a duplicator, and eventually the bomb is delivered. Careful though, if you duplicate a lit bomb or anything else that's pushable on the player clone, a runtime error will occur. Ah heck, cause that runtime error. No. No need. If the two dupes become out of sync, it will usually not work. Because of this inconvenience, I have added a door leading to the old version. The old version is actually a lot more efficient. That's what we're trying to determine. But this one, if it works, does not require your participation. The main innovation of this engine is that if you duplicate a bomb onto a player, the bomb will simply be lit. Alright, it's lit. Thank you for the bomb delivery service. But it wasn't lit, actually. There we go. Thank you for the bomb. What a great engine we've got here. This will surely come in handy. Oh, this is even messier looking. The beauty is that it resets itself after use. Also, a maintenance system that replaces the player clones in the event that they are bombed. Take a step north. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's going to get you much better timing. Well, the maintenance system works. Is this passage going to take me where I should go? Yes, good. Spacebar. No. Bullet direction sensor. I keep waffling on like what order I want to explore these in. Engine shows you that it knows in which direction you shot last. Try it. Shoot the two objects. One uses this knowledge to reflect your bullet off to a different direction, and one uses the knowledge to make it appear the bullet passes through it. Okay, so we're surrounding the player clone with breakables and detecting which of those get shot. We'll get to the spacebar, don't worry. Replace them, give you ammo back. Clear the flags, and set the right flag for what direction. Okay. Man. I like that they keep calling them precious flags. Good consistency. That's fun. But wait. Yeah, there's some flaws here. So this would be a fun Oktoberfest gag here. Alright. Well-meaning. Not great. Okay. The spacebar. Two versions on one board. Space detector. Rather complicated. Check what direction you're facing when you shoot. If it's the same direction as the direction you shot in, you must have pressed space. Bug number 1. Only checks for the functions of pressing space, so you could shoot in the same direction you're facing and it would think you pressed space. Not the same engine but sacrificing the player's ability to shoot, simply use the bullet logger. For an even simpler version, simply scan for bullets. And then nothing else can shoot, but would not use clones. Bug number 2. Not only does this respond to space sometimes when you shoot, it will also let you shoot sometimes when you press space. Shoot in the direction you're not facing, then press space, it will not recognize you press space. It's because not only when you take a step do you change directions, but also when you shoot. So the engine will think you're still facing a certain direction when actually you're in another. This is a mess of words. Correcting this obscure bug would make just shooting virtually impossible. So you might as well just have it check for the presence of a bullet. Good lord. Okay, I'm gonna shoot to the east. And now I'm going to press space. I will switch our engine to version B. This time you can't shoot. There's just so many disclaimers attached to all of this. It makes it very difficult to figure out how you can use this properly. And also, because there's two versions on one board, if you actually want to use this, you have to like edit the code now. Well, I was pressing space and then I started pressing shift. I don't think there's any way to actually isolate it to space and only space, but generally speaking, any ZZT games that do that just kind of use it as a generic button and don't care if you did shoot in a different direction. Or if you use shift or whatever. Key transport. No sound, no messages. Get one of the keys. If you do, you'll immediately get next to the player in the lower right corner, getting the key and unlocking the door all at once. You can take a passage out of this board and back to the menu. You can also do this with any other color. Surround another player clone with that of a colored door. Same concept works with anti-keys. Try to use plus keys. It'll take you to the menu screen as well. There are two engines built in for no sound and no messages. They are discussed in another category world. Okay. We transported. I guess it did what it said. Shooting scrolls. Huh. This I am unfamiliar with, and... Oh, I guess if you put, like, shoot seek in a scroll? I don't know how practical this is, but I guess it's something. You've got yourself the programmed shooting gun. There's no way this couldn't be done with objects, but it's interesting anyway. Based on two facts, duplicating something onto a player clone means he obtains it, and scrolls can execute a number of commands. Scrolls all say shoot seek. It's interesting, that's why they do it. Duplicator duplicates the scrolls. I had to know. And finally, player hold. Ooh, yeah, nice little scene here. Player holder by Flatcoat Lab. Ever played a Megazooks game and saw the player object can't move? Well, now that can be done in ZZT also. The one object, when a command is received, will put the player in one direction with put-dir player. Command repeating until another command is issued. It's very simple. You can use the engine for boards where you're restrained, talking with somebody, or just using something like a computer. The ways to use this simple engine are too many. Psst. Great. Wow, it's so seamless. I mean, why not just put some invisible walls? I even coded some fake passages. I want to know this guy's story. Okay, well, that's... I just got curious there. Okay, hang on. Why are there 34 boards? Is it all toolkits? Looks like it might be. What? Why is this here? There's just a hidden promo for Quantum Peace Toolkit. Which also, I didn't think he was around this early. Scan operation. Oh no, May 02. Huh. That's. To me, these are like two separate eras interacting here. I have drank some much needed water, by the way. Here it is. I don't like it. Too chaotic. Not my style. But if you're one of those people who wants everything, if you've got to have your dark cyan on brown horizontal slider, it's in here. Although what I do like is that the text does, like, only include the special characters. But not my thing. Weirding me out that it's in there. Let's take a peek. What's World 3 have to offer? That's a good way to describe it. Just divide your toolkit like a TV dinner. Category number 3, weapons. We got sword, we got bomb laying. Should be some good stuff. Oh. Wait, did that one not fire? I certainly didn't hear any 3D talking. Weird. Alright, yeah, why sword is in quotes. I guess I know why. It's surprising just how many engines were contributed to me that would fit under this category, weapons. Many of them are just objects that follow you around, but some manipulate the practice of shooting a bullet to make it look like you laid a bomb, or, if you use your imagination, that you just shot a bullet. That's what you're doing. Oh yeah, that's right, there's... ASCII Spy is older. Okay, so Quantum was around. These are all the preferred weapons of teenagers. Bombs, grenades, sword, machine gun, 2 boomerangs, prettier bombs, eternal bombs. I haven't said it yet, but tag yourself. I'm super weapon. Bomb engine. Use the bombs like ammo, shoot and you lay a bomb by changing bullets into bombs. That's, yeah, you can do that. Grenades. What's the difference? Okay, these are objects. These are grenades that can be used to blow things up. When touched, they follow the player using C commands. When they're touched again, they walk away until they hit something, and then they put spaces in red fakes to simulate an explosion. That wasn't much of an explosion. Also, I don't think there's any like safety checks here. I don't think you can do any. I think I'm just going to destroy my exit by doing this. Yeah, so watch out for that. I'm going to blow up a grenade with a grenade. There's no explosion. Oh, there was one for like a fraction of a second there. Strange. Yeah, there's no kaboom. On to the sword. This engine simply changes bullets to empties repeatedly, giving the illusion of a sword. And since a sword doesn't run out of ammo, this engine will also constantly keep you from running out of ammo. Sword. I always liked this. Not so much noise. I thought it was a neat idea. It's actually, like, practical. I did a game that used it. Better than the grenades, at least. Machine gun. This gun sits around until the player picks it up. And it follows the player. Touching it again will cause the machine gun to shoot 3 bullets in a spread pattern and take 3 ammo. I don't have 3 ammo. But I do have a machine gun. Okay. It keeps spinning around, though. Like, I feel like if you can actually get it firing consistently in one direction for a bit, it could be fun. It's cute. That's about all you can say about a lot of stuff in the encyclopedia. It's more inspiration than practical. Alright, let's check out the boomerangs before we check out the pretty bombs. Touch the boomerang, and you can carry it, move around. I'm sensing a theme here, and so is Kronos. We'll also kill object enemies, not real ones, and pick up gems, ammo, and torches. So this has some complexity to it. Follows you around. When you touch it again, it goes off op seek, comes back seek. Check to see if it's blocked. If so, it shoots whatever is blocking it, or picks up an item if it finds one there. Bug, of course. If you aren't aligned with the boomerang when it hits something, chances are it will pick up an item and take a chunk out of the thing. Oh no. Usually the wall. A big bug. But if you don't activate the feature, you have nothing to worry about. Alright, well, these lions are getting aggressive. I want to see the item picking up. That seems pretty neat. Again, though, we are warned. Alright, let's see if we can... Oh, okay. Doesn't work very well at all, actually. Alright, let's grab an item. I like the animation it has. So it looks like it's turning all the items into fake walls for like a frame. No, it's always yellow, so it's not using that to differentiate them. Thank you for the follow. The real problem with most of these is having an object follow you like this makes it really awkward to move. Because it's not consistent how the other object will move. I think that really limits the abilities out of a lot of these. Can we, like... Oh, take a chunk out of the wall, like it said. Yeah! Oh! I got supplies. Alright. Fun little boomerang. What's Boomerang 2 gonna be like then? The Seek Bug. Boomerang Engine B by Lord of Chaos at mailexcite.com. Oh, what a URL. This is a cool boomerang engine which will work as a weapon. Unfortunately, it does not work against built-in enemies. Okay, so same kind of a thing. Energizers no longer affect the boomerang. Bug fixed. Thank you, Dennis Riley. Okay, now I know what the Seek Bug is going to be. Try and Energizer. I will. This one's got more frames of animation. And a longer range. It missed. Oh. So they fixed the Seek Bug for movement, but not for shooting. Show me the Seek Bug. Infinite Energizers. Okay, so it's not a bug. I'm pretty sure that the help file actually explains it. But when the player is energized, the direction seek is inversed. It could be for built-in creatures so that they try to get away from an energized player. That's exactly what it is. At any rate, this is going to mess up any object using a go, try, walk, seek commands. Kind of surprised. No, Flimsy did do this in 16 easy pieces. This has been turned into a mechanic. What about you? Okay, you're the fixed one. Alright, that's the Seek Bug. Oh, that took us all the way up here. That was its own entry. Okay. Alright, Eternal Bombs. This is what we're here for. Concept behind this is simple. When ZZT bombs explode, the bomb doesn't disappear until it clears the breakables. So this engine, when it senses the breakables, changes the breakables to empty and changes the bomb to a conveyor. That sounds like playing with fire. Then back to a bomb again. Thus, the bomb explodes, but you can keep using it. You don't want any other breakables or clockwise conveyors on the screen with this engine for obvious reasons. Sure enough. That could actually have some use. Conveyor is just a very odd choice for what to turn it into, though. Oh, wrong way. Okay, well, we've seen the Eternal Bomb. Let's see the prettier bomb. Oh. Better bombs. When these bombs explode, it makes a longer-lasting explosion that looks spiffy. Since bomb explosions are breakable, yep, does some change tricks. Don't use breakables. Get ready. Pretty bomb coming up. That was pretty. Good job. Not bad. So if you want to make your bombs pretty, now you know how. Let's see, 6-shooter. Oh, this might be the first instance of one of these engines. This gun will only allow you to have 6 bullets, but you can pick up ammo clips, torches. To empty your gun and put in a new ammo clip, type plus reload. Blam, blam. Oh, sorry, one shot at a time. Blam. 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 Okay. A couple of games did do this kind of engine. They were, I think everyone that actually did was nice enough to just make it plus R instead of reload. It's something you can do. Can't shoot. Yeah, it could use a little love. Can't shoot. Now there's a gun. Anti-shoot. Try shooting in here. It deletes the bullet. Now pick up the gun. It will allow you to shoot. This engine allows you to require a gun before shooting. Okay. Object senses your bullet and checks for a flag. Can't shoot without a gun. You picked up a gun. Be right back. I'm going to run a quick ad break, and then we will return to check out the weapons selector. Oh, noisy. And we're back. The ad break music a little off tempo. I hope not. That would be bad. Okay, so next on our list of weapons is the weapon selector. What weapons do we have? Yeah, okay, another cheat prompt engine. Type weapon plus weapon. Will give you a choice between a gun, bombs, or sword. Tears of the Kingdom. This engine uses ammo and torches. Torches store your bombs. Object tester with flag weapon. Opens a window. And will activate each engine. Weapon. Gun. One shot once again. Bombs. Yep, those are bombs. I've seen prettier, but they are bombs. And sword. I don't think any game ever actually did this kind of weapon switching. It would work, it's just not the most practical thing. Although, it's probably very exploitable though. Well, bombs aren't going to light themselves, so maybe not so much. So I do... Yeah, so I can throw my bomb, but I can't throw a lip bomb, so I guess it's not all that useful. Now the nukes. Surely. The nuke works like a normal bomb, except that it takes away 50 to 60 health and affects the entire screen. It's maybe the prettiest bomb of all. That wasn't much of anything, really. There was something. Oh, this is gonna kill me. I died. I died in the encyclopedia. This is the new high score in the encyclopedia. I'm also pretty sure this is toned down from the older version. I remember like a full screen change empty yellow water effects. I'm gonna die again, but no. But I have to say, I'm not pro nuke. Infinite ammo. You ever had a high action game and always ran out of ammo, no matter how many ammo objects you had? Well, this engine will give you infinite ammo like in Caverns of Zeus. The object constantly gives and takes one ammo. If it sees that you have no ammo, it gives you some. At cycle 1, this will give you infinite ammo. If you have more than one ammo, it doesn't really do anything. There we go. Okay. Object ammo limit. What does this mean? Ammo is so crucial to the player, but object enemies don't have that limit. They can keep shooting. See, seeing Theta's name in here is also strange to me. This engine fixes it. The object's ammo uses the gems counter. Whenever the object fires, it takes away one gem. When out of gems, the object can't shoot anymore. I like this little background. Well, that seems kind of like an impractical engine to really implement. Well, we've seen the seek bug. The wave gun. Is this just going to be another machine gun? Warning, this engine never works properly. You love to see it. This... Oh, well, I'm out of ammo, suddenly. Oh, I guess it didn't give me ammo. I didn't have much to begin with. Whoa. Oh, okay. It's an invisible machine gun. That's somewhat neat. Yeah, like I'm blocked from going left here. Oh, there's two of them. Why is it... It is very inconsistent. For it looks like you can... Oh, I guess because when I like go from moving down to right, a lot of times I'll be blocked south and east, so it doesn't fire the right number of bullets. There's no H on this board. There's no explanation. It's just warning it doesn't work right. I mean, that was really no worse than like the boomerangs and stuff. I think the novelty of that one is a little nicer than the machine gun, which is quite similar. Alright, I'm going to save super weapon for last. Let's check out the remote mines. Oh, that ruffian's going to get it. Remote Mines by Mario Maniac 2000. That's a new name to me. The player touches a remote mine. Okay, so this is just the grenades again. Except they stop, and you type explode in the cheat prompt. Note, use the remote mines against the tribals from Jet Force Gemini. Type plus open to release the tribal, and plus close to trap it. So is it just gonna like shoot in each direction? Didn't. Oh, sorry, it was explode, not detonate. Okay, it had a little red outline of an explosion at least. Is Jet Force Gemini this slow? $10 points. And those are the weapons. Let's see, what's that? 3 worlds? Okay, so that's like half an hour of worlds. Let's see, what's the title for counters? Shopping. We can go shopping. This looks like it has quite a number. Let's look at some of the weird stuff and then we'll call it a night, I think. I don't know if we'll go back to this. This is kind of neat. I'll sum up my thoughts at the end. Let's try Forced. The Force game. Don't do anything to play. Well. So it's one of those ZZT games. You're here, but you didn't press P. As you can see, we still have our title screen HUD. How did I do it? Once again, I appealed to the glorious player clone. Duplicating a passage leading to the spot onto a player clone, you were taken here. You didn't have to press P. Strangely, this room becomes the new title screen when you exit. Don't be fooled into believing you didn't exit, you did. But it will look like nothing happened. You can still load up the world or another world again, and the original title screen is back. Sure enough. I know we'll get to New World naturally on one of these other ones. What are the other things we got? Free the player. That's right. Free them. With this game, you can go back to the title screen. When there, press up, then right. The player will be free to move around the title screen. So up, right. Here we are, once again, playing in title screen mode. And did I do it? This is yet another cool thing you can do with player clones. Edge of the board is placed above the player clone, and there's a board connected to the title screen to the north. For some reason, this sets the game to play mode. Looks like the title screen. And everything is left how you left it. So we got New World, which we're skipping. I'm not sure what object is. Crossworld flag engine. For use with ZZT Encyclopedia Volume 5. Well, I can't spoil that. So I guess our last one will be the selector. This is an iconic board to me. Help. This is an incredible engine used to make the title screen interactive. Press up and down to select an item, then press P to play. The game will tell you which item you selected, and so it recognizes it. It is very complicated. A player clone is situated somewhere and surrounded by objects. It touches them. A variety of things happen to make the engine select. It sets a certain flag for each, and when you play the game, it reads that flag and tells you which item is selected. This technology paves the way for title screen password inputters, or even games built into the title screen. All it takes is a player clone and a few objects. Note: unfortunately, if you play the game and exit back to the title screen, then play again, it will not register your selection. You must reload the game to use the engine again. ZZT is really weird about when it loads and unloads things. This beautiful sound. Let's try selection number 2. You chose selection number 2. Great game. Yep. And there, it warns us. This is a great opportunity for a cheat proof, eh? A flag is set in the title screen, so you can't go into the editor and play ahead. Nobody would ever set that flag elsewhere. And it's just going to be that same room then? Because I guess I said it was only 2 boards. Yeah, okay. The end. So next was 4 for next time. And we'll see shopping. Alright. That is going to do it for today then. Let me turn this down because I still need to adjust that volume. Okay. So that'll do it for today. Yes, we will get to shopping in the future. Honestly, let me know. Do we want to continue going through the rest of this? Mostly I just wanted to get an idea of how different it was. And it's not a ton. There was definitely some stuff that didn't seem familiar, but also none of it seemed like important information. Just like the wave gun. I think the question of which version is better is still it is the previous one, just because the previous one is easier to navigate. And it has those little animations which are cute if ultimately not important. This one's menus are kind of nasty to look at and a pain to walk around on. But also I think the previous one has a lot of like passage bugs where you'll exit an engine and it'll just dump you on a different passage that happens to use the same color, which is quite annoying as well. So maybe it's a wash. But at the very least, the idea of like, don't bother with this version, I don't think that's necessarily true. It's not good for finding information, even though it is supposed to be better organized. Alright, well, we'll see what happens next week. I'll take a look at doing some more of this or not. We shall see. I mean, there's like 11 worlds. We're barely a third of the way through the encyclopedia. Alright, I think that'll do it then for today. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, of course, give a follow. If you can support the stream with a subscription, that would also be fantastic. Everything is also showing up on YouTube eventually, and you know, we're around. There's a couple links here. We're on Discord too. I should plug the Discord on this screen. Alright, well, that's notes for future me to forget about. That'll do it for today. Hope you all had fun, and hope to see you next time. Later.